Hello everybody, I'm Kim, live and loud from the Victory Gallery in Yeppoon. Probably very echoey, so I probably don't need to raise my voice as much as I am. But I am here with none other than Michele Taranto. Hello Michele, how are you?
Hi, good, thank you.
Thanks for coming, thanks for being a part of it. Now, let's kick things off. How did your passion for art originate?
It's sort of a weird story, I guess. I like to joke that I was a lover of art, but a non-practicer of it. I kind of art closet. I was really good at it in high school. I thought that my trajectory of my life could go into the arts. I got accepted into an art college in Toowoomba when I was 17. But at the same time, I got offered a job for Commonwealth Bank when I was 18. And for some reason, the logical decision is no, you need to just go out in the world and make money and, follow that path.
Push the art dreams aside.
Yeah, that's how it goes. But I had a very good long career at Commonwealth Bank. I think it taught me a lot of amazing skills that I now use in my art practice. So in terms of the question, which is, I think I just always had it in me, but it just took like a long time to manifest. I obviously worked for a local artist here, which you know.
I do.
So
I know
that
them
was
well.
a good little piece of the Michele puzzle that I think was another little catalyst that kind of drew a lot of confidence and creativity out in me.
I can do this too.
I can do this.
Yep.
I could maybe.
Yep. Let's go.
Just meeting my partner as well, Grant, he really encouraged me to he's always been quite a business entrepreneurial sort of minded person. I think just without his just constant encouragement, I would just come home from paint sips all the time to town and be like, this is what I did. And he's like, you're really good at this. And it's like, am I? He's like, why don't you try and do this more for yourself? So it started off as a hobby. And then it
just evolved.
Yeah.
Well, what sort of media do you dabble in when it comes to creating your own pieces of work?
I love acrylic on canvas. These are some of my works hanging out in the fig tree at the moment, yay. So I just love the pace of acrylics. I like how fast they dry.
Yep.
Obviously I do a lot of bright, colourful work. I paint quite quickly. This is a more piece that has a lot of components on top of each other, but my big sort of abstract work, I like to work really quickly, so I like how they're drying. It leaves not a lot of time for me to think about stuff, so it's quite organic.
Do you get in there while it's still wet and fool around and mix the colours in that way?
Yeah. Sometimes I'll just dump the brush in my different colours and let it just mix on the canvas without really a whole lot of stuff going on or planning, which is cool. So I love the pace and I love the opacity. I've tried other mediums and it's great to try, but it's just not my jam right now. And I'm loving going into textile work, so I made this little creation here, fruit. So I'd love to kind of merge. Yeah. I'd love to merge the two worlds of textile and the traditional acrylic on canvas somehow. I'm just enjoying the learning of these little crafts.
That's pretty cool.
And then I will figure out how I want to bring them together, because I already paint fabrics in or wallpapers in my art.
Yep.
So 2D, and then I'd love to kind of really go mixed media.
Awesome. I love mixed media.
Yes.
Mixed media is fun. Mixed media is lots of fun. What inspires you to create?
Definitely my plants. I think I started collecting plants in 2020, plants and cactus. I have a huge collection. I like to joke that my coping mechanism for life transferred from travel, because the pandemic kind of put an end to that, and then it got transferred to plant collecting. So my house is filled with plants. I have heaps of a collection, and I think because they're around me a lot, I started wanting to paint them, which when I had my first exhibition, the things around me, I guess, and the things that made me happy were
Excellent.
And another artist told me that painting black dogs is the hardest one. So
Oh.
I kind of, in their opinion, maybe that's not correct, but I learned to paint a black dog first, which is like the hardest one, and then
Have you found that to be the case?
I love painting black dogs because I kind of, this is quite a simplified
That's not Toby.
That is Toby.
Oh,
yes.
Toby's everywhere.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Toby is everywhere. But I've painted other black dogs and I do really enjoy like kind of going, like when I look at a dog's picture and really bringing out the hues of colour that don't really exist in a photo. You know, there's purples, there's blues, there's greys, there's browns that you don't really see in a black dog because they're black, but once you start playing around with that,
Interesting.
Hmm.
Okay, cool. So, we're in the Victory Gallery. There's lots of works up on the wall. Everything is up for sale. How, as an artist, how do you go about setting prices for your pieces?
Honestly, it's one of those things that is easy and hard. I honestly do it by, I feel like it's another intuitive thing. Like this one, I think I price it based on the amount of effort that I've put in techniques as I've become improved in skill and improved with my processes and kind of honed in on my particular style. I've increased my prices also with demand and commissions and things. But it's sort of just like I just really base it on the value of the artwork to how I feel. You know, it's like I'm not going to sell this for less than this. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's a complex.
It's
a very divisive,
yeah,
very
absolutely.
divisive subject sometimes.
Yeah, some people get it, some people don't. There's always questions about what is value. It's the same with music, you know. How do you put a value on a band's performance? You know, is it how long you've been together, how many songs you've been playing? It's all very relative and individual and unique, just like the art itself. All right. Have you collaborated with others before?
Well, in terms of creating pieces with artists, I have. I collaborated with a Gold Coast artist not long ago, a couple of months ago. Her name's Natasha Charlotte, and we just became Instagram friends. Us artists sort of follow each other and encourage each other.
Yep.
And then I started a piece and mailed it to her. She finished it, so it was like a mix of our two styles. So that was a proper collab where we literally made a piece of art together separately. I feel like I've done collabs with other people, but I guess in the context of collab, it depends on the definition. To me, I feel like I collab with these other artists to create this, or to help with this exhibition, which had a particular theme. So, yeah.
You've been pretty busy. You've got a fairly full schedule of things, not just Sandy Crack. What sort of, what are you bringing to upcoming festivals?
I am going to be in River Festival next week, which is super exciting. It's my first one. So I will be bringing my workshops, which are usually fun and casual. I like to encourage people who feel like they can't really do art to just come along, enjoy some really simple, easy things that they can enjoy the process of creating a piece.
Just be engaged in
Yeah,
something.
you know, it is usually acrylic on canvas. Because I notice how different people's artworks are, even if the subject matter is the same, and how joyful they feel. And I feel like it was only a few years ago I was that person, just coming along to paint sets because I needed a creative outlet because I was stressed, before. So now it's like I get to give that to people.
Nice. And what are you going to be bringing to the people at the Sandy Crack Reef Festival this year?
Well, it'll be kind of my first time doing live coral marine themed artwork. Yay! I have done a live painting once before,
Excellent.
So that was my first live wombat thing. So this will be exciting. I just can't wait to kind of just be out there. I'm sure the weather will be amazing. Just painting in the sun is just my favorite thing. I just love getting energetic and just creating a beautiful piece that people can sit and watch. Hopefully I can just get the juices flowing on that day.
Get in the zone, do all the things.
Talk to people, enjoy. I don't feel any pressure live painting. Some other artists sort of have said to me like, oh, I feel a bit like weird, but I think when I talk to people and I'm in the method of creation, because it sort of takes me out of that like worrying about what I'm doing, I feel it's quite organic, and then you're not too in your head about it, you know, not too serious, and just let it be what it
Flow.
is. Yeah.
Flow. All about the flow.
That's right.
Just like water.
Yeah.
Water. Yeah.
That's it.
Ocean,
Yeah.
all the sea, sand, everything. It's all come together.
Yeah.
Some octopuses.
Yeah. To buy.
Octopus, sorry, my bad. Maybe there's more than one. Who knows? Well, thank you very much, Michelle.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you pump out on the day.
Awesome. Thank you. Oh, well, me too.
Yeah. Cheers. Catch you at the crack.
Bye.
And how do I stop it? There.